And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island.
Hello, I am Jack, and today I will be interviewing JFK. Nice to meet you, Jack. Good day, sir. So, as you were serving as the president, what kind of pets did you have?
I had 10 dogs, a cat, a canary, 2 parakeets, 3 ponies, a horse, 2 hamsters, and a rabbit.
Well, I guess you could say you were an animal lover of sorts. So, how did your medical condition affect your ability to function as president?
It definitely increased my daily struggles, but I had the motivation every day to keep pushing through for my country.
In September 1947, 30-year-old Kennedy, who was in his first term of Congress, was diagnosed with Addison's disease, a disorder that occurs when your body produces insufficient amounts of certain hormones produced by your adrenal glands. He also had osteoporosis of the lower back, which causes bones to become weak and brittle. He took as many as 12 medications at once, taking more during times of stress.
What do you want the people to get from your civil rights speech?
I was hoping that they would ask themselves if this was the way that they wanted to live, not only in the present but also in future generations. I wanted them to open their eyes and see that the way that they are treating others that are different from them would not be the way that they would want to be treated. I want to challenge the people to act and to treat each other with respect in their daily lives.
In February 1963, Kennedy submitted a civil rights bill to Congress, but did not address the important issue of integration of public facilities. He did little to support the bill, and it floundered. When the incident in Birmingham, Alabama came about in May 1963, Kennedy realized it was time to push forward a new civil rights bill. Most of his advisors saw it was a terrible political mistake, but Kennedy's brother Robert told him to go on and do it because the future of the country was at stake. On June 11, 1963, President Kennedy spoke to the nation in a televised address to ask for support of the Civil Rights Bill.
This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, and that the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened.
struggles did you have as a kid?
I almost lost my life when I was 3 due to scarlet fever. I had blurriness and color blindness in my right eye and also had a serious case of pneumonia. And I lost partial hearing in my right ear when I was a child.
And what events changed your life?
Being in the Navy during World War II and contracting malaria and also having damage to my adrenal glands because of the war were probably the biggest.
You want to record the conversations that you had in the White House.
I did that because after my time here, I want to write a book about my experiences and the things that I've gone through and the people that I had the honor of meeting.
Why did you cancel the order of the second airstrike on the beaches of Bay of Pigs?
I canceled it because I felt like since we didn't hit the intended targets the first time, that Castro's forces were still intact and that he would find a way to possibly target us, and we have to be prepared for that just in case.
Where did you get your nickname, Jack?
Growing up, my parents and friends just started calling me that because my older brothers also had nicknames, so it stuck with me.
And why did you want to blockade Cuba?
I did not want to escalate to war so quickly, so I decided to blockade Cuba to prevent the installation of additional Soviet nuclear missiles. While this step did not defuse the crisis, it bought me time and avoided a direct attack on Cuba.
All ships of any kind bound for Cuba, from whatever nation or port, will, if found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union. I call upon Chairman Khrushchev to halt and eliminate this clandestine, reckless, and provocative threat to world peace and to stable relations between our two nations. I call upon him further to abandon this course of world domination and to join in an historic effort to end the perilous arms race.
Hi, I'm Grace Raish, and I'm going to be interviewing historian Veronica Keeker. Who were John F. Kennedy's siblings?
Starting with the oldest, their names were Joseph, Rosemary, Kathleen, Eunice, Patricia, Robert, Jean, who is the only sibling alive today, and Edward.
important war was fought during President Kennedy's presidency?
The important war of the JFK time period was the Vietnam War. Only about 16,000 combat troops, theoretically advisors, were in Vietnam. This was the beginning of a huge commitment to the country. The worldwide Cold War was nearing its peak during the Kennedy era. The Cold War gave us the Bay of Pigs and the Cuban Missile Crisis during the Kennedy time. Another aspect of the Cold War was the building of the Berlin Wall in 1961 and 1962. The Algerian War had limited impact on the U.S., but was an important conflict in 1961 and 1962. The Portuguese colonial wars began to spread during the Kennedy years.
Oswald has consistently been determined the killer of JFK, then why are there so many conspiracies regarding the topic?
Many people believe that there was more than one shot fired and that the wounds he suffered couldn't have been caused by one bullet alone.
Who else was in the car when JFK was shot?
His wife Jackie Kennedy, Governor of Texas John Connally, his wife Nellie Connally, the head of Secret Service at the White House Roy Kellerman, and the Secret Service agent and driver Will Greer.